Welcome to IELTS.net podcast. How to expertly describe a place from your childhood in IELTS speaking. Describing a place from your childhood is a common topic in IELTS speaking tests. This task allows examiners to assess your ability to recall past experiences, use descriptive language, and express emotions. Let's explore how to tackle this topic effectively to achieve a high band score. Understanding the task. Before we dive into specific strategies, it's crucial to understand what the examiner is looking for when asking about a place from your childhood. They want to hear detailed descriptions of the place, your personal connection to it, how it impacted your childhood, clear and coherent storytelling. Part 1. Introduction and Interview. In Part 1, the examiner might ask some general questions about your childhood or places you've lived. Here are some possible questions. Where did you grow up? What kind of house did you live in as a child? Do you still live in the same place now? Let's look at a sample answer for the first question. Where did you grow up? Sample answer. I grew up in a small town called Greenville, about 100 kilometers from the capital city. It's a quiet place with lots of green spaces and friendly people. Sample answer. I spent my formative years in a charming little town called Greenville, situated approximately 100 kilometers from the bustling capital. It's an idyllic place, characterized by its abundance of lush green spaces and a close-knit community known for their warmth and hospitality. The town's tranquil atmosphere played a significant role in shaping my childhood experiences. Part 2. Long turn. For this part, you'll be given a cue card with a topic and some bullet points to guide your speech. Here's a sample cue card. Describe a place where you spent your childhood. You should say where it was, what it looked like, what you did there, and explain why this place is special to you. Here's a sample answer for this cue card. Sample answer, band 6 to 7. The place I want to talk about is my grandparents' farm. It was located in the countryside, about an hour's drive from my parents' house. The farm was quite big, with fields of crops, a barn for animals, and a small orchard. The farmhouse itself was an old two-story building with a red roof and white walls. It had a big porch where we often sat in the evenings. Inside, there was always a warm, cozy feeling, with the smell of my grandmother's cooking filling the air. I spent many summers there as a child. During the day, I would help my grandfather with simple tasks like feeding the chickens or picking fruits from the orchard. In the afternoons, I often played in the fields or explored the nearby woods with my cousins. This place is special to me because it's where I learned about nature and farm life. It's also where I made many happy memories with my family. The farm gave me a sense of freedom and adventure that I didn't have in the city. Sample answer, band 8-9. The place that holds a special place in my heart from my childhood is my grandparents' farm. It was nestled in the picturesque countryside, approximately an hour's journey from my parents' residence. The farm was an expansive property, boasting vast fields of diverse crops, a rustic barn housing various farm animals, and a quaint orchard bursting with fruit trees. The farmhouse itself was a charming two-story structure, characterized by its distinctive red roof and pristine white walls. A spacious porch wrapped around the front, serving as our favorite spot for evening gatherings. Stepping inside, one was immediately enveloped by a warm, inviting atmosphere, with the tantalizing aroma of my grandmother's culinary creations perpetually wafting through the air. My childhood summers were invariably spent at this idyllic retreat. During the day, I would eagerly assist my grandfather with various tasks, from tending to the chickens to harvesting fresh fruits from the orchard. The afternoons were often filled with carefree adventures in the fields or explorations of the nearby woods with my cousins, our imaginations running wild. This place holds immense significance for me as it served as my first real connection to nature and agricultural life. It was here that I formed some of my most cherished memories with my extended family. The farm provided me with a sense of unbridled freedom and adventure that was a stark contrast to my urban lifestyle. It was a place where I could truly be myself, learn valuable life lessons, and develop a deep appreciation for the simple joys of rural living. Follow-up questions. Has this place changed since your childhood? Do you think children today have similar experiences? Sample answer, Band 8-9 for question 1. Unfortunately, the farm has undergone significant changes since my childhood. The property was sold about a decade ago, and the new owners have transformed it into a more commercial operation. While the farmhouse still stands, much of the quaint charm I remember has been replaced by modern farming equipment and larger, more efficient structures. It's a bittersweet realization that the place exists now more in my memories than in reality. However, I'm grateful for the time I had there and the lasting impact it has had on my life. Part 3. Two-way discussion. In this part, the examiner will ask more abstract questions related to the topic. Here are some sample questions and answers. Examiner, do you think the places where people grow up influence their personalities? Sample answer, 6-7. Yes, I believe the places where people grow up can influence their personalities. For example, people from big cities might be more used to a fast-paced life, while those from small towns might be more relaxed. The environment can shape our interests and habits. Sample answer. I'm firmly convinced that the environments in which individuals spend their formative years play a crucial role in shaping their personalities. The physical and social landscape of one's childhood can profoundly impact various aspects of personal development. For instance, those raised in bustling metropolitan areas might develop a higher tolerance for stress and a more competitive nature, adapting to the fast-paced urban lifestyle. Conversely, individuals from rural or small-town backgrounds might cultivate a more laid-back demeanor and a stronger connection to nature. Moreover, the cultural norms and values prevalent in different locations can significantly influence one's worldview and social interactions. A child growing up in a close-knit community might develop strong interpersonal skills and a sense of collective responsibility, while someone from a more individualistic society might prioritize personal achievement and independence. However, it's important to note that this influence is not deterministic. Individual experiences, family dynamics, and personal choices also play vital roles in personality formation. The impact of one's childhood environment should be viewed as a contributing factor rather than a definitive predictor of personality traits. Examiner, how have childhood experiences changed over the generations? Sample answer, Band 8-9. Childhood experiences have undergone a dramatic transformation over the generations, primarily due to rapid technological advancements and societal changes. One of the most significant shifts we've witnessed is the transition from outdoor, physical play to more indoor, digital entertainment. While previous generations spent much of their free time exploring their neighborhoods, engaging in imaginative games, or participating in sports, today's children are often more engrossed in digital devices, video games, and social media. This shift has both positive and negative implications. On one hand, children today have access to a wealth of information and educational resources at their fingertips, potentially enhancing their learning experiences. They're also more globally connected, able to interact with peers from different cultures and backgrounds. However, this digital immersion has led to concerns about reduced physical activity, shortened attention spans, and decreased face-to-face social interactions. Another notable change is the structured nature of modern childhoods. Previous generations often enjoyed more unscheduled free time, allowing for spontaneous play and self-directed learning. In contrast, many children today have highly regimented schedules filled with extracurricular activities, tutoring sessions, and organized sports, leaving less room for unstructured play and creativity. Furthermore, the concept of childhood safety has evolved significantly. While past generations may have enjoyed more freedom to roam and explore independently, today's parents often exercise greater caution due to increased awareness of potential dangers, leading to more supervised childhoods. Lastly, the diversity of experiences available to children has expanded enormously. Travel, exposure to different cultures, and access to varied educational opportunities are more common now than in previous generations, potentially leading to more well-rounded individuals. In conclusion, while each generation's childhood experiences are unique and valuable in their own right, it's clear that the nature of childhood continues to evolve in response to our changing world. Key vocabulary and phrases. To achieve a high band score, use a variety of sophisticated vocabulary and phrases. Here are some examples. Formative years, noun phrase. Formes, the years of a person's childhood that have a significant impact on their development. Example, my formative years were spent in a small coastal town. Idyllic, adjective. Extremely pleasant, peaceful, or picturesque. Example, the farm provided an idyllic setting for my childhood summers. Characterized by fray, distinguished or identified by particular features. Example, the town was characterized by its friendly atmosphere and beautiful landscapes. Nestled, verb, nestled, situated in a comfortable or cozy position. Example, our house was nestled in a quiet valley surrounded by hills. Quaint, adjective, quaint, attractively unusual or old-fashioned. Example, the quaint little cottages in the village always fascinated me. Examiner's advice: to excel in the IELTS speaking test when describing a place from your childhood. Use vivid descriptive language to paint a clear picture of the place. Incorporate a range of vocabulary, including idiomatic expressions and advanced adjectives. Structure your response logically, covering all points in the cue card. Include personal anecdotes to make your description more engaging and authentic. Practice speaking about various aspects of your childhood to improve fluency on this topic. Remember, the key to a high score is not just in what you say, but how you say it. Aim for clear pronunciation, natural intonation, and a good pace in your delivery. By following these strategies and continuously practicing, you'll be well prepared to tackle any question about your childhood places in the IELTS speaking test. For more IELTS speaking tips, check out our guide on how to describe a person who is very compassionate or how to talk about a memorable event you attended. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, make sure to follow our channel so you don't miss out on more valuable content coming your way. We've got a lot of exciting topics lined up, and we'd love for you to be part of the journey. Hit that follow button and stay connected with us for more insights and inspiration. See you in the next episode.